I am not a financial advisor, and I never give financial advice on this channel. 100% of this content is for entertainment purposes only. Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. It's Lane here with ngsәЛąsäŊąɁ, and I just wanted to go over a couple things on the chart really quickly in regards to the video that I released yesterday to just clarify a few things I talked about the XRP liquidity. So let's not waste any more time and let's get into the video. For additional information and exclusive perks, do consider joining me on Patreon. So first off, taking a look at the Bitcoin chart, you've probably noticed that the overall sentiment throughout the crypto market is generally bullish. I would say extremely bullish. Lots of people are lined up, just completely stacked up on the long side, because we all know that a big bullish move is coming. And if we take a look at the Bitcoin chart, you can see right here that this latest candle on the 4-hour chart bounced off perfectly off of this bearish order block. Now, the one thing that you need to remember is Bitcoin and XRP have been diverging from each other quite heavily. And the overall sentiment in the market of people being extremely bullish is mostly due to the fact that Bitcoin has been performing so well. But the thing that you have to remember about XRP specifically is that it's not Bitcoin. So even though the Bitcoin chart is looking very good, when we jump over to the XRP charts, we are not seeing the same thing. Price is currently trading down here at the bottom range of the Gaussian channel. We have a breaker block right here on the 4-hour chart. We also have a bearish order block on the daily right here in the gray that price is trading below, both of which are crowned by this bearish fair value gap that we have only managed to penetrate into about the 50% mark so far. We also have a weak doji waterfall right here at the 243.22 level, which goes hand in hand with my grafting trading strategy, which complements smart money concepts, or SMC, which you see on my charts here, and which I use all the time. Looking down here to the downside, we can see that we have a weak doji reverse waterfall in the 4-hour at about $2.08, with this liquidity zone that I've talked about for the last 3 or 4 weeks, which is at about that $2.03 level, all the way down to about that $1.83.5. We also have a bullish order block on the daily right down in this area that formed right here. Now, we had a previous bullish order block that formed right here, and I want you to see how the chart reacted to this. Price came up above it and wicked down into it numerous times. It wicked down into it here. Price came up. Wicked into it here. Came close here. Wicked through it here on this flash crash. Wicked down here as well as here until it was finally broken right here, forming this new bullish order block that we're currently seeing. Now, when you look at all the times that we have wicked down into this, giving us momentum as the draw on liquidity acted as rocket fuel for the price to move upward each time. Now, when you look at the current bullish order block that we have laying just below the liquidity zone, you can see that after this formed, we have not wicked into it one single time for liquidity. Now, I'm not saying we're going to go into a bear market, because that is not the case. We are in a bull market. All it would take is one candle wicking down into this liquidity, and we would be off to the races. Now, just because I believe that the price is going to come down to this liquidity zone before we break this SIBI and move up, does not mean that I am telling you by any means to short this down to here. That would be incredibly risky. You do not want to short in a bull market. The best strategy is generally to accumulate more at perceived lows. By selling here to short this, if you were incorrect and price broke through here, you would completely miss the bull run that you have been waiting so long for. So you would not want to do something like that. But laddering limit buy orders down here could be a good idea, because if we do get that liquidity candle coming down in here, in a type of a flash crash, taking out this weak doji here, perhaps bouncing off of the top half of this bullish order block, going off to the races, you would be able to add to your stack right here as we move up further, which I think most of us believe is coming. Now, why do I think this? Why am I thinking this way? It doesn't make sense, ngsәЛąsäːnpë̃. You're the only person on YouTube that's even considering this possibility. Everybody else that I see is bullish, saying we're about to break out, we're about to go to the moon, we're not bearish, we're not bearish, buy, 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 buy. Why is it that I'm the only person talking about this? I'm the only person that's even considering this. Now take a look at this chart right here and see what you see. We got this point right down here with the weak doji, reverse waterfall. We have a bearish order block right here, coming up to this peak, which kind of resembles a duck head, with the bill being right here. So now what we're taking a look at is the ICT, who is Inner Circle Trader, who designed SMC, or Smart Money Concepts. This is his blueprint for trading bearish order blocks. Now I want you to take a look at this, because what we are seeing right here, moving up into this, where these bearish order blocks have formed, is exactly what we're seeing on the XRP charts right now, with lower liquidity ranges down here. Now I'm not saying that it's going to play out like this with a retest and a rejection, because all we need is one liquidity candle coming down and tapping into that liquidity in order for us to take off out of there. But if you take a look at this setup, it is exactly what we are seeing with XRP right now. And that is one reason why I've been thinking the way I'm thinking, and why I might just very well be the only person that is saying, yes, we're in a bull market. Yes, the move that is coming is going to be absolutely phenomenal, but we're not quite ready for that yet. It's going to happen, but we need to take a draw on liquidity first. And that's the part that nobody on YouTube is mentioning. Does it have to happen? No, it doesn't. Could we break out of here and be off to the races? Absolutely we could. But it's very hard to deny, looking back on this bullish order block here and how many times liquidity draws came in here over and over and over, eventually breaking that order block and setting the one we're in now, then thinking that we're not going to take a draw on liquidity down in this zone before heading off to the races. I just don't see it happening that way. I could absolutely be wrong. We could come tearing out of here, but it just doesn't make sense. And something to me and a lot of my Patreon members, something just doesn't feel right about what we're seeing right now. All I would be looking for is one candle coming down into this liquidity zone. And once we crack this SIBI right here, and it ceases to be resistance and becomes support for the move above, hold on to your horses, because the ride is about to get wild. But that's why I'm thinking the way I'm thinking about it now. And even though I'm the only person on YouTube talking about this, and I can't express to you how hard it is to be that one guy when everybody's saying one thing and you're saying, hold on guys, think about this for a minute. Let's look at this objectively. This isn't just about getting to the moon. There are steps to get to the moon, and we cannot skip those crucial steps. Otherwise, we might not get there. And if we do get there, it's going to be a short trip, and eventually we're going to come right back down to the land. And that's not what we want to see. We want to see a nice, sustainable move that holds value so that we can keep adding to it over time. Not just a quick jump up and a dump that brings us right back to where we are now in a few months. So that's my stance. That's why I'm thinking about it the way that I am. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please do me a favor and hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. So thank you so much and have a great day.